Oh man, another painful day here for Bitcoin as the pullback continues. Pain in the market. Altcoins decimated as Grayscale continue to dump their Bitcoin holdings. And the worrying thing is still yet to come. I'm going to break down exactly what is going on. How much further can we fall here? And how much more does Grayscale have to dump? Smash some likes. Don't forget to subscribe as always if you're going to trade with us actively. IjazCrypto.com/TG is our Telegram community. I want to see as many of you guys in there as possible. Look at Bitcoin here losing its daily EMA ribbon, continuing to move here, creating new lower lows here to the downside. 40,000 is hanging on by the skin of its teeth. Are we going to pull back? I made a video now days and days ago saying that 38k is on the cards, and you can see that is naturally where the next major level of support is. 38k is the area I'm looking out for here on the Bitcoin price action here to the downside. And again, more pain is possible. I mean, take a look at what's going on here with Grayscale. Look at this, guys. Yes, Grayscale GBTC still holds 582,000 Bitcoin, about 23 billion in value. And this is what most people aren't understanding. People are flocking out of Grayscale right now, right? They're leaving GBTC for a few reasons. One, they made a 50% gain from the difference between GBTC and the net asset value. Remember, GBTC was trading either at a premium or a discount to what the Bitcoin were actually worth on the market. Now that this can get converted into a Bitcoin spot ETF, people have been proven right if they were holding GBTC. So loads of people are sat in on profit. So they're looking to sell to realize that profit. But also, it's not just that. People are also flocking because of the expensive fee. You're paying 1.5% annual fee in GBTC. And the owners of GBTC Grayscale, they know that. They know that certain people will not leave, and therefore they're trying to milk this 1.5% fee for as long as possible. Other spot ETFs, like the BlackRock one, like the others, are around that 0.25% fee to 0.5%. So there's much more competitive places for you to hold your Bitcoin in these new spot ETFs. So we're seeing this dumping on the market. Grayscale, when people sell their GBTC, needs to dump the equivalent amount of real Bitcoin on the market, and that's what's causing the pain. You're seeing them transfer this to Coinbase and then selling their Bitcoin. That's leading to a dump. Now, can this be absorbed? Yes. You've got to understand that up until now, the majority of the GBTC, the Grayscale selling that's going on, has been absorbed by the equivalent amount of money coming into Bitcoin. So you've got a bunch of GBTC people selling. You've got new money coming into Bitcoin spot ETFs, but it looks like that the GBTC selling currently is outweighing. There's more sell pressure than there is buy pressure. That's exactly what market dynamics are all about. And that's why we're seeing Bitcoin tumble to the downside. The question is how much longer can this go on for? Because you got to think about it. If you're a GBTC holder and you sell, either you're going to sell and realize your profit and spend that money, you don't care about crypto, but there's a huge percentage of people who will not do that, who will actually sell and rotate into a Bitcoin ETF, either with BlackRock, ARK, Wisdom Tree, any of the 11 Bitcoin spot ETFs. So do not think that this dump is forever. There's a transition going on where people are trying to get out of Grayscale and eventually will move into other more friendly products with lower fees, right? Like BlackRock, like Wisdom Tree, like all these other spot ETFs. So this could be a really beautiful opportunity for a dip, because if our thesis is that this dip is happening because Grayscale is selling, right? And I'm going to come on to why this is the main crux of the argument. If our main argument is that this dip is now happening just because of GBTC, and eventually that money is now going to flow back in when people start to come into other ETFs, this could be a minor setback before a bigger move to the upside. And this is what we need to watch for, because ultimately, do we think most people are profit taking right now on Bitcoin? There's some who are profit taking on their GBTC position, but most people who care about crypto, have long-term conviction in crypto, are buying for the long run. They know there's a Bitcoin halving. They know, and I'm going to come on to this shortly, that risk is rotating on, right? That things are looking better. Interest rates should be improving and cutting this year, right? They want to be in the market. And so maybe they're just rejigging their portfolio. And the other thing you got to remember is it takes time for Bitcoin ETFs to onboard their high net worth individuals. It's not the case that you get your Bitcoin spot ETF approved and billions of dollars flew in overnight. Like some did, but the huge amounts of money takes time. It takes time for BlackRock to speak to their clients and say, hey, have you considered this? You can get it now in your normal platform with your normal client manager. Yep, you can get exposure to Bitcoin now through this spot ETF. Super safe. You don't need your own wallet and your keys and all that stuff. Nope, we can do it for you. It takes time for that message to get out. And that's why I'm still super bullish on the rest of this year. If you watch my videos leading into the Bitcoin ETF, what did I say? I said expect to dump. Expect it to be anticlimactic. Expect it to be where everybody says it's a flop. And that's exactly what you're getting. For a couple of weeks here, we'll get a little bit of pain. But long term, I'm still super bullish on 2024. And I'm actively trading this market. If you guys want to trade with me, ijazcrypto.com/TG. When this market pulls back and finds some support, whether it's at 38, whether it's somewhere else, I'll be looking to take new entries in the market. I'll be sharing them in Telegram to our loyal subscribers. So make sure you're over there. So clearly here on the daily trend, Bitcoin has lost support. We're moving here to the downside. I want to take you look at here, which is the dollar index. The dollar index is doing something which is a little bit worrying. Okay. If you take a look at last week, it managed to not only get itself back up here, consolidated, then reclaimed its EMA ribbon. Remember, this is inversely correlated to crypto typically. When this goes up, risk on assets go down. So we do not want the dollar index to reclaim its EMA ribbon like it's doing now, potentially bouncing and then going and doing this. We need it to very quickly lose and move back down to the downside. That's very, very important. Now, it's interesting. When you take a look at the traditional markets are feeling really positive right now, right? S&P rises, hits another fresh all-time high here and started off the week really, really positive. And it's an important week. We get a GDP figure later on this week. We also get PCE inflation on Friday. I'll be covering that off here live on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed. But the markets are feeling positive. It's just crypto specifically, which is being held over this noose because of GBTC selling. So we got to keep things in perspective. Things are still looking up and on the rise. This GBTC selling will eventually come to an end. When? Who knows? We can't predict when GBTC are going to stop selling, right? We don't know how many people are going to redeem and what's the effect of that. But my thesis is quite clear. This pullback is an opportunity because this is people transitioning away from GBTC and into, technically, going into other ETFs. And so we're seeing the outflow effect now, but there'll be an equivalent, if not greater, inflow effect over time. It just happens that it's going to take some time. That's my thesis on what I think is going on in the market. Let me know in the comments, guys. How are you actively maneuvering this market? Are you trading? Are you DCAing? I'm personally waiting for more of a pullback again. Let me remind you of this weekly EMA ribbon. I know I've shared it on previous videos, but this is where I'm waiting for. Can we get that deep pullback? 38 is around here, but can we get 37.5? Can we come low into 36? I'd love to be accumulating here on the weekly EMA ribbon. Again, we've not had a pullback ever since we broke through here in October of 2023. So this is a well-needed pullback, and it certainly doesn't panic me out of this market. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash the likes. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.